The Wheaton Eco Scale. I created the Wheaton Eco Scale. Since its creation, the scale has been handy for hundreds of things. My hope is that this scale will reduce conflict and improve acceptance in the struggle for solving global problems. I encourage you to make up scales too. It's fun. I went to the scale store and decided that I wanted the very best for you. So I selected a base 10 reverse logarithmic scale. Yummy! Before giving you an idea of what might place you at a particular level, I wish to first share two critical observations about this scale. The first observation is that most people find folks 1 or 2 levels above them to be pretty cool. But people 3 levels up seem a bit nutty. People 4 or 5 levels up seem downright crazy. And people 6 levels up should probably be institutionalized for their own safety and the safety of those around them. I find the latter reactions to be inappropriate. If people seem crazy, they might just be advanced on the same path you're following. The second observation is that most people find folks 1 level back to be ignorant, and people 2 levels back seem like assholes. Any further back and people start to think that the person should be shot on sight for the betterment of society as a whole. I find that all of these reactions are inappropriate. People will not change if you yell at them or hit them with sticks. But they will change if you tell them about the cool stuff that's just a little bit ahead of where they are now and skip the stuff that is far ahead of them. Below are some possible attributes of people on the Wheaton Eco Scale. Keep in mind that this is not a checklist or a quiz meant to place you at a particular level, but an effort to paint a general picture of what the different levels look like. At level 0, there are about 6 billion people, about 80% of the population. Thinking about the environment is something that other people do. If a level 0 person sees a dandelion in their yard, their solution is poison. Average carbon footprint of 30 tons. At level 1, there are 1 billion people, about 15% of the population, thinking about the environment. Bought some better light bulbs. Trying some recycling. Reads an article or 2. Buys some organic food. Their power bill is less than average. Learning how to compost. Carbon footprint is 29 tons. At level 2, there are 100 million people, about 1.5% of the population, has a recycling system. Reads at least 1 article a week. Power bill is 80% of average. 30% of purchased food is organic. 10% of purchased food is local. Growing a small garden. Has a compost pile. Learning about natural building. Has attended some free workshops and lectures. Maybe read a book. Pulls dandelions. Carbon footprint is 27 tons. At level 3, there are 10 million people, about 0.15% of the population. Contemplating zero waste and producing about 1/10 of the landfill material of an average person. Has a pretty good-sized organic garden. Grows about 20% of their own food. 80% of purchased food is organic. 2% of food is wildcrafted. Power bill is half of the average. Reads something almost every day. Has read a few things about permaculture. Has read at least a couple of dozen books. Has attended several paid workshops. Pooless. No more fluorescent light bulbs. Avid composter. Has eliminated 95% of the toxic gick from their home. Very concerned about environmental problems. Carbon footprint is 20 tons. At level 4, there are 1 million people. Grows 50% of their own food. 95% of purchased food is organic. 8% of food is wildcrafted. Passionately studying permaculture. Incandescent lights are preferred and used wisely. Power bill is 30% of average. Allows dandelions, eats some of them, and enjoys blowing on dandelion seed heads. Carbon footprint is 10 tons. At level 5, there are 100,000 people. Has taken a permaculture design course, PDC. Grows 90% of their own food. Participating in building and sharing knowledge online. Might teach a small free class or workshop. Carbon footprint, 0. Level 6, there are 10,000 people, living a footprint that is 1/10 of the average. Maybe living in a community, maybe living in something very small, actively sharing knowledge and starting to get paid to teach. Exchanges dandelion seeds with others to get a really great tasting dandelion. Carbon footprint is minus 30 tons. At level 7, there are 1,000 people, teaching PDCs, inventing things that will change our future for the better, writing a first book or creating a first movie that will influence the future, influencing thousands of people to make significant changes for the better. Carbon footprint is minus 200 tons. At level 8, there are 100 people, writing many books, creating many movies, influencing millions of people to make significant changes for the better, doing things that are improving the world in big ways. Carbon footprint is minus 1,000 tons. At level 9, there are 10 people, Willie Smits, Masanabu Fukuoka, Paul Stamets, Art Ludwig, Bill Mollison, Ianto Evans. At level 10, there's one person, Sepp Holzer. It's my scale, so I can put whomever I want at level 10. I choose Sepp Holzer. If you want someone else at level 10, go make your own scale. I wish to reiterate that my mission with this scale is not to assign everybody a number. My mission is to clarify a problem. The real point I needed to make was about how people who are on the eco path tend to despise the people behind them and think the people way ahead of them are nuts. I have seen this happen hundreds of times. I hope that by showing the scale, people will be more aware of the problem and, hopefully, we will have better progress.